So I wanted to share this story with you because to me, it's a wonderful example of we never know the impact that we have on others, as well as how nice it is to practice being more mindful of opportunities to uplift others. So here's the story. I stopped in at Trader Joe's a couple of days ago in the morning, and I was feeling very somber. Had just broken up with somebody, and just really missing her, missing the relationship, feeling the sadness of it. And I walk up to the one of the counters, and there's this very petite woman, probably like 5 feet, 5'2", maybe, late 60s, and with just this wonderfully, charmingly, not quite eccentric, but very unique outfit. So she had on these. So she's like, again, between 5'2", probably weighed like 90 pounds max, and she has these little pinstripe black or charcoal gray pinstripe pants on, with the white stripes maybe, I don't know, a quarter to a half an inch wide. So very noticeable pinstripe pants, and I can't remember what her shirt was, but it went, it went with the pants. And then she had these really interesting earrings that they were buttons about an inch to an inch and a half in diameter, and one ear was white, and I think the other was black. And then she had glitter on her face, and she was white haired, and greets me with a wonderful, cheerful smile. And says, "How was your morning?" And even though I'm feeling somber, I'm always try to be conscious of not, if I'm in a not so great mood, which doesn't happen often, but if I am, feeling sad or whatever, to not, put that on other people. And so I just smiled and said, "Oh, great." And then she said something like, "Hey, did it take you a long time to get the ice off your car?" Because we had kind of a freak snow and ice storm. I said, "No, not really." She goes, "Yeah, it took me like 45 minutes. It was, 2 inches thick." And she went on and said how she sent a picture to her daughter in I think Oregon or Northern California, and saying, "See what you're missing?" And it was interesting because it didn't feel like one of those situations where somebody just needs to talk to somebody, and just whoever the random person is, they sort of talk at you. It didn't feel that way. It just felt like a real genuine, warm connection, and somebody who was just bringing love into the world. And so we had our fun little interchange, and I'm walking to my car, and I've got a meeting in 10 minutes, and I'm thinking, I want her to know the impact that she had on me, that she really brightened my day, lightened my heart. And I think I've got time. Yes, I've got time enough to do that. So I put my groceries in my car, turned around, went back. And then I'm thinking, this could be really awkward if there's people in line, and I have to say this to her, and then people are witnessing this. But fortunately, there was just a lady checking out, and there was nobody else. So I wait in line. She looks at me and goes, "Oh, did you forget something?" I said, "No." I said something like, "I just want to thank you so much for how cheerful and friendly you were. I'm feeling kind of sad today," which is so out of character. I would never say that to a stranger. So I guess that's how vulnerable I was feeling. And I said, "I was just feeling kind of sad, and you really cheered me up." And I shook her hand. And she said, "Thank you. You made my day." And she goes, wait a minute, wait right here." And so she walks away, and she turns back. It's like 30 feet away. Goes, "Please don't leave." And she goes over to the flowers and comes back with a bouquet, and it had sunflowers in it. And she said something like, "Sunflowers, that's what you need," and puts them in my hand. And I thanked her, and and then I said, "Can I give you a hug?" She goes, "You can hug me anytime." So I give her a big hug, and again thanked her, and then said, "Oh, by the way, I love your sparkles," and walked out. And just my whole mood had changed because of that sweet little encounter. And so as I've thought about it since, a couple things come to mind. One is, since I'm always thinking about the workplace and employees and making the workplace a more human-friendly place, that one of the things that came to me, and since I do work in customer service is consulting, is what a great example of one of the things I try to remind supervisors is how important it is to remind your customer-facing professionals that they aren't just answering questions or providing customer service. They might be the one kindly person that person talks to all day or maybe all week. Their kindly presence can have a huge impact. So I thought about that, but I also just thought about how each of us has an opportunity, if we are mindful of it, of uplifting others. And it makes me think of, I'm remembering 9/11, 2001, when I was thinking, I had done a program that morning, and right when it was over is when I and other people in the room heard about what had happened, and feeling like, what can I do in this crazy world? My work doesn't make, my pathetic little work can't make any difference against the backdrop of all this craziness. I remember what hit me is like, what I can do is help make my corner of the world a little kinder, a little friendlier, a little sweeter, and how we can each do that by looking for more opportunities to sparkle at people, to say a kind word, to give a compliment, to express appreciation. And I guess the other point that came up for me that I wanted to share is how, hence this is a lesson that I keep needing to remember, is how we never know what burdens other people are carrying. And so, sometimes people that we find to be really difficult to deal with, it's so easy, I'll speak for me, it's so easy for me to be aware of how unpleasant they are and how much I don't like interacting with them, and how helpful it is to remember we don't know what burdens they're carrying, including, like I think I was with lady, it's Marjorie, Marjorie from Trader Joe's, is that I think anybody, unless I'm not as good at disguising my emotions as I thought I was, that nobody would guess that I was feeling really sad and down. And so, again, we can't underestimate the positive impact we can have on others, because, we might think we're interacting with somebody who's just doing fine, but they're dealing with a loss in their life or some other kind of challenge. So I hope you found the story thought-provoking and even inspiring to look for opportunities to brighten people's day.